Yeah, real quick, before we get back to your calls, this is a very, very important piece of information that I think every New Yorker would be interested in. And for the hockey fans out there, really, you're going to want to perk your ears up because this affects you directly. But I think every New York fan will be interested in a report that appeared on TSN concerning the New York Rangers and the trade deadline. Take a listen to this audio and take a listen to why the Rangers may not be willing to trade a first-round pick this season.
I understand the Rangers want to add before the deadline, but there are some complications that might get in the way.
Yeah, including their first-round pick in 2024. And you're right, the New York Rangers would like to add a forward. I'm told that they did make an offer on Elias Lindholm, formerly of the Calgary Flames, now the Vancouver Canucks, but that offer clearly wasn't accepted. James Dolan, the owner of the New York Rangers, wants to protect the 2024 first-round pick so that the Rangers can be part of the spotlight at the draft in the Sphere, because Dolan is also the owner of the Sphere in Vegas. Doesn't mean that GM Chris Drury can't use another first-round pick, maybe in 2025, or acquire one, but the Rangers want to be part of the spectacle in Vegas.
This could be the first time ever the location of a draft could have an impact on a team's roster decisions.
Well, hold on a second. So I didn't know this, but the NHL draft next year, or this upcoming year, is at the Sphere.
Yes.
Is it the Sphere or the Sphere?
Sphere.
So I said it right?
Sphere.
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 Now, I think the Sphere is completely badass. I think it's awesome. Like what they're even doing this week at the Super Bowl. Every night they're changing it into a different Super Bowl ring. Or maybe they're doing it every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Although they had the problem today.
What would happen today?
Somebody climbed on top of the Sphere and couldn't figure out how to get down.
How do you climb up there?
How do you get up there?
It happened. They had to basically shut down the whole area.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Did the guy get off?
I think he still could be trying to get down. It's
Are
an
you
ongoing
serious?
thing in Vegas.
Well,
yeah.
I don't want to laugh about it. I hope he's okay.
I know, dude. You could die falling off that thing.
Of course.
I'm assuming they have something coming to help him.
Well, all I know is I think the Sphere is badass. If I'm ever in Vegas again, I want to see the Sphere. So I give Dolan credit. That's a wonderful place. He's telling his general manager. In a year in which the Rangers, I would make the argument, and maybe we'll have this discussion a different day, that the Rangers are the New York sports team closest to winning a championship. I could make that argument. In fact, I would make that argument. You're telling your general manager you can't trade a first-round pick this year, not because I love the draft, not because I love some of the kids being available. You can't trade that pick because the NHL draft, by the way, an event no one gives a rat's ass about except for Sean and 12 other people.
Right. What's the point?
Because it's at the Sphere.
I know, but what's the point of being at the Sphere? What does that have to do with the Rangers having or not having a first-round pick?
Well, he doesn't want this big hockey event at the Sphere to not include his team. If they don't have a first-round pick, they're not involved in the event. That's what he's saying.
Tiki, I'm going to go on an assumption that out of all of us here, you have the nicest house. Okay? I'm just going to make that assumption.
Okay.
What's the one thing in the house you're most proud of?
Most proud of?
I'm just trying to relate this to you. Is it the 2 bathrooms in the master bedroom?
Yeah, let's call it
All
that.
right. Sean comes over to your house for the first time.
Yeah.
Sean, come on, let me show you that. This is how it works up here. That's what old Dolan cares about. He wants all the hockey owners to come into the Sphere, his house, and he wants to show off that the Rangers are also using a first-round pick there.
But what happened? What does it matter if my wife is there? Right? Because that's what we're talking about here.
So the Rangers are your wife? I don't know. Maybe my analogy makes no sense.
No,
but
it doesn't. No, but it does. So the Rangers are my wife. So
okay.
Does it matter that Tracy's not there if I show off my nice house and my dual bathrooms, my master bedroom?
It shouldn't, but to James Dolan,
that's my point. That's my point. It doesn't matter if you're coming to see my house. It doesn't matter if my wife is there.
If you're coming to see the
if you're coming to see my wife,
right?
It does matter that she's not there.
The bathroom would have to be there,
right? And the bathroom's not leaving.
So what you're saying is, if you're going to see the Sphere because of the NHL draft, who cares if the Rangers are taking a teenager out of Canada?
Yes.
Right? Who cares? But he wants to go up on stage, hold the jersey. Look, this is my palace. This is my team. It's all an ego
that
play.
anyways.
I want to be very fair about this. Okay, we have a lot of sports teams in this town. And some sports teams in this town feel like they don't take and face the same scrutiny as other sports teams in this town. Maybe they face more than others. Hockey is disrespected in New York City. I'd be the first to tell you. So I'm going to show it the proper respect when I say this.
Okay, please do.
If an owner in this town is refusing to allow his general manager to do his job because of a show that's taking place in June, That's a disgrace.
Right. What's
So-
the rating on that show, by the way?
I don't know, and it ain't high. And look, I want to be
Exactly.
fair. There are very serious allegations against James Dolan. And if those are true, I am certainly more outraged about that than the way he's interfering with his hockey team. But we'll find out if that's true. We'll find out as that case continues. If this case is true, that this owner is telling his general manager, you can't use that pick because I got people coming to my living room in late June. That is ownership malpractice.
Right.
If John Mara or Woody Johnson or Steve Cohen or Hal Steinbrenner pulled this kind of crap, we'd be losing our minds. So, Sean Morash, you are a Ranger fan, a real one.
Yes.
Not a Fugazi one, a real one.
The resident Ranger
The
fan.
resident Ranger fan.
Bitch, New York Ranger
At least
fan.
for Evan and Tiki.
How are you not, disgusted by this?
Of course I'm disgusted by it, Evan. Whether the Rangers should or should not trade their first-round pick, depending on who they get, is irrelevant here. What's relevant is, James, all you've cared about is the Knicks forever. You got them dangling here with Jalen Brunson. They're finally in the mix. Can you leave us the heck alone? Leave us alone. Enjoy your Sphere. Nobody cares if we have the first-round pick there. You know what's a better thing to show off at the Sphere? Have the whole current team come up hoisting the Stanley Cup like one giant middle finger to every owner in the Sphere.
That's true.
So how about do that? How about go all in for a championship? It's been 30 years. How about embrace the fact that this could be the spring of 94 all over again? Stop worrying about picks because you built a giant snow globe in Vegas and you have a useless event coming there.
Very good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, good job.
Could you imagine if, because right now John Mara gets, and I've told you about this, Tiki, there's a lot of Giant fans that don't trust John Mara. They think he's meddling behind the scenes because he wants Daniel Jones to be the guy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if a story like this came out where he's like, hey, Joe Shane, I'm sorry, whatever you do, whatever you do.
But it's hockey.
But it's the Rangers.
I know, but it's still
It
hockey.
ain't, I know, but
So the question is there outrage here?
yeah, here's why I think there's going to be outrage, because I think we did a good job by shining some light on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people knew.
From the resident Ranger fan.
That's right. Thank you, Sean. Because I don't know if anybody knew this. There's a report on TSN.
I wouldn't have known this if this report hadn't come out. Who would have known this?
But when I saw this and heard this, I'm like, holy crap. Really? You're not going to let your general manager make a trade because we got the Sphere in June and we need people to show up? Oh, my God.
Where was the draft last year?
Who the hell knows?
Some guy's backyard.
It was somewhere in Canada, I'm pretty sure.
Right. That's my point. Exactly.
Ice skating rink, maybe.
I mean, who the hell knows?
And who did we draft?
Who did we?
Good kid. I think his last name is Perot.
You don't
He's been
even
skating
know.
around.
You don't even know.
I think it's Gabe Perot. I got to look, or Matt
You
Perot.
don't even know. He's a Rangers fan.
Well,
and he
because-
doesn't even know.
Yeah. To be fair, I wouldn't know Spencer Jones if he fell on me either. I'm a
You
Yankee
didn't
fan.
even know. Who did the Giants draft last year in the first round?
That's
exactly.
different. That's different.
Exactly.
Hey,
Football and basketball are far different when it comes to the draft. But I noticed what you just did. Let's
What's
just
that?
call you out. You said we. Were you a Ranger fan?
No, I'm just helping with Sean D.
Okay. Just making sure. By the way, if you're a Ranger fan, that's fine. We respect you.
How early into the third period would you leave?
There's a third period.
Comes after the second period.